Welcome back, children, with the next session, that is advantages and disadvantages of journals. So we'll take up with the advantages first in chapter 9. So the first advantage is provides accounting data in a chronological order. Chronological order means sequence wise and date wise as well. So we record the transactions in journal in a definite sequence. This helps us to memorize all the transactions, nothing is skipped, and also it helps us to keep a track of transactions. So moving on to the second advantage, possibility of errors is minimized or reduced because we record the transactions in which both the aspects, that is debit and credit aspects, are recorded while writing the journal entries. So there is lesser chance of error. Since both the sides, debit and credit sides, are equal, same amount is written on the debit side and same amount is written on the credit side while recording a journal entry, so there are less chances of mismatch of debit and credit sides. Now coming to the third advantage, explanation of the transaction. After the recording of every journal entry, we write an explanatory note that is called narration. So this explains the transactions in a deeper manner and the reader can easily understand that what about the transaction was. The fourth advantage will be ledger posting. So the ledger posting is the secondary book of entry. Without the primary entry, how is it possible that we can record the transactions in the secondary book? So journal helps to record the transactions in ledger. Journalizing helps in ledger posting. That's why journal is of great advantage. Now coming to the fourth advantage, location of errors in the trial balance. Or we can say after finishing up all the ledgers, we have to make a statement called trial balance. This statement has two columns, debit column and the credit column. If the journal is done correctly, the debit side of trial balance will be equal to the credit side of trial balance. Hence, the trial balance will be correct. Otherwise, if the transactions are not recorded properly in journal, the trial balance will not agree or tally. So that's how the errors can be located. So these are the precise 5 advantages of journal. Moving on to the limitations of journal also, since every positive side has a negative aspect also. So we have the first limitation, unsuitable for large volume of transactions. Unsuitable for large volume of transaction means when the business grows very large and the number of transactions grows very high, then it is very difficult to record each and every transaction in a book called journal, and the book becomes quite voluminous or book becomes very heavy or bulky. So it is very difficult to manage it. We have to divide the journal into different books. They are known as subsidiary books that we will do in the next chapter. So this is unsuitable to record all the thousands of transactions in only one book called journal. That becomes very huge and bulky. Now moving on to the second limitation, that is not a simple system of recording. For recording transactions in journal, it is not easy. One should have the definite knowledge of rules of recording the transaction in journal, different types of knowledge of accounts, everything. A deeper knowledge is required while recording the transactions in journal. A common man cannot record it. So that is a limitation, that it is a difficult system of recording, not a simple system. The third one is cash balance is not revealed. While we record the transactions in the journal and we think that we will be able to know what is the situation of cash in the business on a particular day, it is not possible through journal. For knowing the cash balance, we have to make a cash account, which will be in ledger posting. So the cash position cannot be known through journal. What is the fourth limitation? Not suitable, not a substitute of ledger. Like if we prepare only journal and we say that we don't have to prepare the ledger, it is not possible. After journal, there is a requirement of putting the summary, putting the classification of journal. Having the classification of journal is very, very essential. So only journal cannot serve our purpose, since journal has all numerous types of transactions, while ledger is having one particular type of transaction under one heading. So journal is not the substitute of ledger. We have to, after journalizing, we have to do posting as well. Both are having their own utilities. So these are the limitations of journal. I hope that today's topic has been clear to you. We will see you in the next session. Till then, stay safe and take care.